Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. We will get started in a minute as more people come on in. It has been a fun week at Stargaze here. All right, let's see if we could hear everybody and make sure everything is set pretty well. Um, GataDAO, Bernie, can you chat?
I can What is it happening?
Everyone.
How
Okay, yeah, Bernie, you're sounding a little off here.
my mic
Yeah, it's still not that great. I'm gonna mute you for now. GataDAO, Brasco, can you chat real quick?
Hey, everyone. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. You're sounding good.
Perfect.
Awesome. We will go ahead and get started with our project. We're going to get started with our updates for the week. Uh, let's see. The first big one is the community owned. Oh, oh, hey Bernie, your mic is still on. Do you mind muting? Oh, Bernie. Oh, there we go. Great. Yeah. First, our update for the week. The Stargaze community-owned Stars Osmo LP has been moved from the legacy pool to a new Astroport pool on Osmosis. This will be lower fees and lower slippage. The Osmosis router will route trades through that pool for the most efficient trades. I don't believe it's viewable on the Osmosis front end yet, but it is on the Astroport front end and I believe Celestine. The Merkle whitelist is now in mainnet. The cost to create is 4,000 stars, and it will allow you to have essentially unlimited whitelist spots. The project for this week will be using it. And the project for this week, Sloths, are minting in TIA, and that is also live on mainnet now. So you can use it as a minting denom and collect your mint revenue in TIA. If you were registered in the Wormhole Discord as a Bad Kids holder, just remember to claim your airdrop. Wormhole is now live and claimable. Stargaze is at NFT NYC right now. If you guys are around, ping one of us and hopefully see you. I'll be here for another day or two. We do also have a new featured auction from Women from Cosmos. It is live right now on the front page. It is our first one that is not an Anya related piece. In governance news, there's an on-chain vote from Persistence for 74.5 million stars to add to the liquid staking STK stars and an STK stars pool on Dexter. There's also a similar prop from Stride on Commonwealth right now, requesting 85 million stars. And with that, let's go ahead and chat with our projects for the week. Welcome, guys. GataDAO. You guys are up. Who's going to be chatting from GataDAO today?
That's me, everyone. Hello. Thank you very
Hey,
much for
Brasco.
the invite.
Yeah, thanks
Hey.
for joining. Could you give us a quick background and overview of GataDAO? You guys have been around Stargaze pretty much from the very get-go, and yeah, just walk us through your collections and what this new one is.
Absolutely. Yeah, my name is Glasgow. Whoever doesn't know me, now you know. Yeah, now you know my name. I'm in GataDAO since about now of years, I think. Feels like 10 or something. But I guess that's just crypto things, right? I mean, time, the feeling of time. That's something else here in this space. So yeah, it's still a happy time. And Gata in general. I mean, I've been around in Gata also since Genesis. Just as a not as a team member, but I've on Genesis Day I've minted my first Gata, so I will always keep that memory kind of close to my heart. And yeah, I mean, you mentioned it already. Gata has been around since Genesis of Stargaze, basically when Stargaze emerged from the vastness of space. Gata came to see the light of the day too. So that's it's been a journey since then, over 2 years now. Last month we had our second birthday, so had quite some festivities there. We also rebranded from GataDAO to GataUp to kind of highlight our ongoing changes. So that's quite a few things there. But in general, I'd say most people know us from our validator community-owned validator operations. I mean, with the funds that we gathered during Genesis. We started the first few validators, and yeah, I mean now a few years later down the line, we have over a dozen validators running across the whole interchain, all with Sentry nodes, relay nodes, RPCs, all the nice stuff that our tech wizards, led by Geoff, are well known for. And yeah, I mean that's quite a thing. I mean, we grew a lot in that time, and we one thing hasn't shifted though. It's our focus on being community owned. We have basically multiple NFT collections that are bearing yield or revenue. There are basically two categories. We have the Colonial Cats and Voyager Cats. Colonial Cats was the Genesis collection. Voyager Cats followed shortly after. These are kind of like DAO membership NFTs that also provide the monthly epoch rewards that we pay out based on our validator commissions. That's one type of collection. The other type, those are the so-called yield series NFTs. That's also the kind of NFT that Yield Post belongs to, what we will talk about later today. So yeah, I mean those are the like NFT categories. Our focus is always to provide added value to our holders in one way or another. Don't know any. Correct me if I'm wrong, or I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I'm pretty sure that no other project in Cosmos has paid out so consistently over the past 1.5 to 2 years than Gata has. I got like around
Could you tell us?
100K US dollar.
Yeah, yeah. I guess how do the payouts go? How often do you pay them out, and like kind of what do the payouts look like?
Uh, for core collections, it kind of depends. As it's for the core collections that are based on the revenue from validators, we pay them out monthly. Same goes for yield. This is for both types of collections. In general, per Gata, I'd say it hovers around 0.1 to 0.2 atom per Gata. But as I mentioned before, it's kind of depends as the uh, as it's the revenue is also kind of like volatile, right? But the payouts are in Atom straight to the holders' wallets if they stake with our on-chain DAO. On DAO, the rewards get paid out basically in regards to the core collections. The other type of collections, the Yeet series, for them it's straight to the wallet. So we have one other Yeet series collection that's on territory. That's the Yeet Gorillas. We also just like for 1 year now we paid out rewards for them, and that's also quite a journey so far since then. Yeah, each month after month, we are paying out those rewards to holders, either based on validator commissions or on the funds or the revenue gained from investing the funds from the yield. That's the second
Yeah.
type.
So tell us about this Yield Pause collection and some of the individual like yielding benefits. I know there's trait-based rewards, right? And also
Mhm.
even raffles.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the basic concept is we want to provide opportunities for people who don't want to miss out on Web3 activities like DeFi or something. Like if not everybody has the time to manage the DeFi portfolio or watch like a hawk how the liquidity pools are doing, or goes into borrowing or lending, or some just don't even know how to do that. That's the majority of the funds that we invest in. And we do this on behalf, basically, on the people that are minting now, basically. The 80% of the mint we use for yield generation. That goes straight, like 60 to 70% we will put into managed DeFi. Like I mentioned before, like liquidity pools or borrowing and lending. The other big part goes into our private sales fund. In the past 3 years, we had many opportunities when we wish we had the funds to kind of go into private sales and use those opportunities to generate yield. And that's something we are very much looking forward to, that portion of the yield model. And the other 10 to 15% we put into staking. and not any staking. We put it into star staking for the reason. I mean, it's our home place. Gata started on Stargaze. We have a validator on Stargaze, and we also want to secure the chain even more. And if we get yield from that, not only for us, but of course for the holders, then that's an even better deal for everyone. It's added value for all sides. Yeah, I mean, distribution-wise, you mentioned the trade-based rewards. I mean, for yield pause, yeah, every month we will pay out, like for yield gorillas, like for the other collections, we will pay out monthly yield rewards, and the majority of those get distributed to the holders. Like 70% goes straight to the holders. Every holder, doesn't matter which yield boy you mint, you get a basic income, so to speak. However, if you mint like certain traits, we have like 5 different traits based on skin color or skin color. It's the fur color of those kitties. Depending on the fur color of your kitty, you get more than this basic amount of this basic share of yield. So that's a big thing. It also kind of makes trading interesting, I guess, in the longer run, because you have something like, not something, definitely 5 floors just because of these fur colors alone. So that's something interesting. So yeah, I mean that's definitely the core of the collection is the yield generation and the distribution to NFT holders. That's the main focus we lie on. However, the yield that we gather also goes into other activities like a buy and burn program. We did this with Eat Gorillas already, and it proved like as interesting as potentially rewarding for holders as well, because we kind of like buy each month with 5% of the yield that we generate with the mint funds. We buy back yield balls from the floor, we sweep it, burn it, which of course raises the individual share of other holders, so or the other holders. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And the other you mentioned already, it's the yield raffle. Also 5% of all the yield generated, we put into that. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I guess I have a question about how do you guys track and maintain profitability across all your 13 validators while continuing to give back to the community? Is a lot of that offset, I guess, with the cost, with the revenue of the mint?
No, this doesn't affect our validator operations at all. I mean, of course, the staking portion of the yield model, where we generate yield as we stake on our completely in stars, we will stake them, of course, on Gata validator. So that's the delegation rise. Of course, this is has a positive effect on our validator operations, but we are not covering our validator operations with this mint. Mint proceeds basically, as I mentioned before, 80% go into this yield generation. We take 10% for the infinity pool. We want to give people the opportunity to kind of like exit whenever they like and as early as possible. So we reserved like 10% for that. And the other 10%, that is the team share. And for that, we cover basically the costs that come with, basically the managing the DeFi in the future, because that's a lot of time, effort. We also kind of need to cover that. That's the thing. Mm-hmm.
You mentioned creating an infinity pool. I think I know what you're going to be doing. Are you pretty much going to be setting a floor that people will be able to sell at whenever they want to exit, like essentially multiple collection bids?
Yeah, so an infinity swap pool. So they basically can, whenever they like, they can trade for prices basically and get their liquidity back, basically, if they want to do that. I mean, it kind of depends if you really want to. Sometimes you need to get out of an asset, but on the other hand, if that asset gives you something regularly in return, and I mean, we have a track record there of multiple years. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, people are free to do whatever they like, of course, and we we don't want to hold anyone back there. So that's also an opportunity that we give to people if they want to like shift their portfolio or do some changes there, then they can do that whenever they like, and they don't have to rely on the secondary market there or the buyer.
Now that you guys are on so many networks, have you considered also minting another collection in a different denom? So, for example, we just went live with minting in TIA. You could mint a collection in TIA and then use that as a for the validator.
Yeah, that's true, and we gave it a thought already, also for yield pause, but we kind of decided to go with stars instead, just because we kind of want to highlight the journey we had and the birthdays basically of both Stargaze as well as other. So we kind of want to underline that. On the other hand, we were really tempted to go with some other denom, but yeah, it's our heart went for stars this time. But it doesn't mean that this has to be for every collection in the future. I mean, there's so many opportunities, so never say never.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great to have options. One thing we didn't discuss is the team. Can you tell us a little bit about the team, like how many people are involved, and maybe like what your specific role is?
Hmm. Yeah, of course. We are 6 people, actually 7, let's say it this way, but 6 core people basically. And you probably know for sure know George 90, our data wizard basically. That's the one I work mostly with. But yeah, we are all led by Vasi and Geoff. Vasi is more like on the business planning side, business management side. Geoff is the tech wizard that also has like some you don't want to call them minions, but he has some really good and good people on the tech side to keep our growing validator operations running. So he's taking care of that, and he does a formidable job. And yeah, kind of Vasi is like I'd say pulling the strings, but with a heart of gold basically, and keeps the team not not in line, but together and in consent. Basically, that's yeah, great guy too. But yeah, and of course, Topital as CMO, maybe know him as well. It's also like very great guy, great charismatic person, and always good to bounce ideas around with. So that's yeah, it's a really special team. And yeah, I mean, as I mentioned before, there are a few other people involved as well. But yeah, they are more like working behind the scenes and yeah, with considerable time less. So yeah, I'd stay to take it to the core team at this point.
All OGs from the Cosmos and been at Stargaze from the get go as well. So right now,
Absolutely.
let's go ahead and get any questions from the audience. If there's anyone that has any questions or comments for GataDAO, please request to speak, and we'll get you guys answered. Also feel free to leave a comment in the thread. We don't have a representative from the Celestine Sloths, but I'll give you guys a quick overview. This is going to be a project from Inclusion, and they're working kind of with Celestia. So this is going to be the first mint in TIA. There's going to be 2,500 pieces, and TIA stakers and liquid stakers are whitelisted, and there's a total of, I believe, 300,000 rough wallets that will be whitelisted to mint. You had to have been staking TIA or liquid stake TIA. And yeah, they'll be launching tomorrow at 7 p.m. UTC. I believe Steve from After the Filter did the art for it as well. You can check them out on their Twitter, Celestine Slots, and the minting will start tomorrow. Should be a good mint, guys. Let's see if we have any questions or comments for our projects for the week.
Just a quick one.
Mhm.
Additional info we also got for in case you haven't seen that yet. So-called launch quests going on. So if you mint some very specific kitties from Yield Pause, you can win stars and other things. But yeah, we've got up to 20 not up. We got exactly 20,000 stars up for grabs there. So that's a nice opportunity. If you mint a few mute kitties, watch out for those
Mhm.
quests. Just check out Gata Twitter. Yeah, if you're lucky and with the right combo, you can win some stars there. So that's a nice opportunity aside from the youth you're gonna get in the future.
Do you guys plan on using the raffle contract or system that Atlas DAO created?
For the yield raffle, we basically not Atlas DAO, but maybe we should talk with Jacob about it. I mean, we have been in touch with him anyway, and we were also there when the Atlas DAO dev launched, and it was great. However, for the regular monthly yield raffle, I think we stick to our system for now. It doesn't mean that we won't switch it at any point, but I think for us it's a bit easier to handle, especially because we have to get all holders, the addresses of all holders involved there. And I'm not sure if that would work right from the get go on Atlas DAO Dep. So maybe at some point in time. But yeah, I think not now.
So you guys have been around for about two plus years now. What have been some of like the major challenges you faced over the last couple of years?
Oh, I mean, for the most part, we are a validator business. So you can imagine the bear market was tough, really tough. I mean, some phases
I'm assuming
I
you were
can,
running at a loss during the bear market.
yeah, I can say so. I mean, it depends on the month. We had even in bear market, we had some let's say good months, and despite all odds, we managed to somehow reward our holders still. And even if our validator operations weren't doing that good in the worst times, we still yeah we still paid out our monthly epoch rewards to holders. It's kind of like in those kind of times you think about like, yeah, it's not much, but it's honest work. I think I said this once before, that meme with the farmer. So that kind of feels a bit like that. You just like you work on that field and you hope for the best that maybe at some point in time it brings some gates there. And thank God it turned out that way. Things are looking much brighter, and we are also diversifying, and we wouldn't have been able to expand our validators to over a dozen plus all the other activities if we were in the red all the time. We would have just closed the shop. So, but I mean, you asked for challenging times. There were some months where it was really like, that was tough. Like, I mean, it led also to DAO decisions. I mean, we are community owned, so DAO decides the directions, and also if we kind of like are in critical situations, we had to do some DAO votes, and the community decided basically which validators we switch or make room for others. So that was also, I mean, like kind of like crazy times and doesn't feel good. But on the other hand, it showed us that especially or as a DAO, you can manage to get through times like this and get to certain decisions there. So yeah, I mean those are yeah. Some bad times have good outcomes, and that's some realization that we had at these points in time. And thankfully, we have a like diehard community of core supporters, and they went through a lot with us, and we are happy that we are in better times now and have so much planned for the year, so and beyond especially. But yeah, I mean that's some things to.
Yeah, I guess now would be a good time to ask what else do you guys have planned for the year or within the next like three to 4 months?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing probably is our dimension roll app. We start that or in the process of that. I mean, it's part of our roadmap anyway, so that's not like the biggest news, but it's getting closer, and we are evaluating some things there. And then, I mean, stay tuned for some updates on that. With the roll app, we also have plans for a depth of our own, but yeah, I can't tell you too much about it. It has some gamification elements in there, plus another few nice, say catnip items, but yeah, I don't want to spoil anything or too much. So that's something like on the horizon that we are very much looking forward to. Yeah, we go as soon as we get there, basically.
I would share a little tiny piece of alpha on that. I just also
Sorry,
Hey, Bernie, we're having a really hard time hearing you.
bit too far away.
Do you want to maybe type your question in the thread, or you can just scream into the microphone, and I'm sure we'll be able to hear it.
can you hear me?
I
I
think that was
imagine
better. Can you count from 1 to 10?
he doesn't want
Uh,
doesn't want to. I imagine Bernie on a broom, like flying around. That's the
he's a
reason why we
wizard.
can't
Maybe he'll
hear.
be able to conjure up a spell for a clear microphone. One thing we didn't discuss about was the art. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a collection of 5,000 kitties. That's from all kinds of eras and with different costumes, different weapons. And yeah, you can see them in various places all across the world. So we try to, it's a little nod, I think, to the first collections we had, like Colonial Cats and Voyager Cats. Colonial Cats was like in the, in the colonial phase and Voyager Cats in space. So that was already kind of like a trippy way through time. So Yield Pause is a little nod to that. So we spread around those kitties in different eras to yeah give to highlight this kind of like variety there. So that's something. So yeah, and aside of that, I mean, the fur colors we talked about in regards to the yield. So different fur colors, which decide about the yield share that you get. They are also like covering a variety of different cat fur colors. So if you're a fan of I don't know, orange cats because you always loved those, you will find those in there. But for Bernie, it's probably a black one. I could imagine the black cat for the wizard. So that's something to yeah
Um,
just look through.
okay, Bernie's written his question out here. Will Yield Pause and your other collections have a part to play in the roll app? If so, can you share a tiny piece of alpha?
Ooh, that's a good question, and I don't know how to answer without like spoiling anything. They will play a role. They will play a sort. They will play some sort roles around the app and maybe in it, but it depends on a few things that we have to figure out yet. I've already talked too much. I see
Uh,
already Rossi like hitting me. Nah, Rossi's a
it,
good guy. He would never do that.
it sounds like it sounds like people should get a GataDAO NFT and join the conversation in the DAO, huh? To see what the plans could be.
Absolutely. I mean, the doors are always open, and our core collections like Colonial Cats and Voyager Cats, they are the ones that provide DAO membership. I mean, that's also an important aspect. Same as with Yield Gorillas, Yield Pos, and no DAO membership, but you're still part of the Gata community. We are thinking about creating like a DAO structure for the Yield series as well, but we kind of want to kind of have that categorization to have a difference between the NFTs that are related directly to our validator business and the yield series that are standing on their own and basically developing on their own funds. So yeah, that's just something people should know. I mean, you can get both or all. To be honest, I mean, they all come with epoch rewards each month. So that's something. Just take a look in our Git book, for example. We have all listed in there. Also the concepts. You can also check out all the past monthly epoch rewards. We are very transparent with that. So just do a deep dive if you're interested in Gata Hub, Gata's NFTs. No matter if core collections or yield series, just take a look in there.
Awesome. All right, guys. Do we have any more questions or comments for GataDAO or Stargaze while we're here? A little bit of a quiet group today. Please request to speak, guys. We'll get you on or leave a comment in the thread. Brasco, was there anything else you'd like to add? Anything I may have missed?
We talked about many things. I would just say one thing, that your kitties work for you.
Yeah, generating yield. Why not? All right, guys. Gonna give one last call for anyone that wants to pop up here. We've got 2 projects minting tomorrow. This will be Yield Pause and Celestine Slot Society. Remember to mint the slots, you would have had to had 10 TIA staked, and the price of that is 1 TIA for the mint. You will have to transfer it into Stargaze, and that will be very simple, similar to pulling in Kuji or USDC to mint with those tokens. All right, guys. If there isn't anything else, we can call it. We can call it a space. Thanks everyone for joining. Brasco, thank you so much for all of the information on the collection. Looking forward to the mint tomorrow. Hope everyone has a great Fresh Mint Friday, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, Roman. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Bye.